Good evening. It is Wednesday, November 28th. I'm Tina Tyus-Shaw.
And I'm Ben Singer. Thank you for joining us tonight. A new lawsuit claims more than 40,000 Georgia voters reported problems at the polls in recent weeks. The Secretary of State's office oversees elections, so that race is even more important this year.
But only one candidate showed up for a statewide debate. News 3's Joanne Merrigan is here tonight with our top story.
That's right, Tina. In most years, the candidates for Secretary of State might not even get that much attention. But this year, the close governor's race put Georgia's election system in the national spotlight. Now, because of that, one candidate in the runoff, Democrat John Barrow, says the least his opponent should have done is show up for a debate about how to instill more confidence in the voting process. Barrow, a former Georgia congressman, trailed his Republican opponent Brad Raffensperger by less than 1 point in the midterm. Raffensperger is a state representative whose commercials say the future of the voting system may be at stake if Barrow is elected.
If we want integrity in our elections, we've got to have integrity in our elected officials.
But Tuesday, Barrow took swipes at Raffensperger, who said a scheduling conflict kept him from attending this debate.
He is represented by an empty podium.
The debate, sponsored by the Atlanta Press Club, was scheduled several weeks ago and is often a normal part of the political process for statewide candidates.
Or lying about their excuse for not showing up at a debate.
Barrow criticized Raffensperger for his absence and then turned attention to his plan for election security.
As far as the actual conduct of our elections, I'm the only candidate in this race who's called for the decertification of these machines in this year's elections because they no longer meet the statutory criteria of reliability.
Barrow says his plan to use paper ballots, which would be counted by high-speed scanners, would cost less than his Republican opponents.
The Secretary of State's office has not stepped up to the plate to exercise the authority under Georgia law to provide some guidance.
He also promised to deal with the controversial exact match system, which this year put 53,000 voters on the pending list.
The guidance ought to be that if it's clear that this person who's on the ID is the person who's on the rolls, and you ought to let them vote no matter what little minor discrepancies are.
Barrow says he would still maintain voter rolls, but says the process of voting and counting of votes has to be better.
We have to have enough confidence in the rules and the answers we're getting to these questions so that we'll be able to call an election that's close just as early and with just as much confidence as we can call an election that's a 5-point blowout. We can't do that now.
Well, Barrow says there is a lot the Secretary of State can and should do to make the election process easier and more reliable for people. We did reach out to his opponent, Republican Brad Raffensperger, on Monday with phone calls and text messages and with a phone message again today. We have asked to interview Raffensperger about his plans for election improvements and security, but at this point have not been able to schedule an interview. Joanne Merrigan, WSAV News 3.